All right, we don't talk a whole lot of conference realignment on the basketball episodes, but I saw this on Tar Heels Wire and I thought, well, let's bring it up and let's talk about it. So they went through the ACC and figured out most of the teams. I don't think this is all of them. Yeah, it's only 14 of them, I think. But they went through and they figured out, hey, how many of these ACC teams could we see going to either the Big Ten or the SEC next year or in the year after that if the ACC does fall away? Their picks, if you're on podcast: Duke, Virginia, North Carolina, Notre Dame, Louisville, and Syracuse, they saw going to the Big Ten. And then Clemson, Wake Forest, Virginia Tech, Miami, NC State, Florida State, Pitt, Georgia Tech to the SEC. I will clarify, this is like talking about the basketball program. We're not talking about football here. That gets a lot more talk there, but we're talking about the basketball program. Which one would they kind of fit into better? Kent, your thoughts on some of the picks here?
I'm glad you clarified that because I made all my notes based on just the school in general. So I'm just going to stick with that and tell you what I wrote down. I just felt like this was like, to me, it was like mildly inaccurate, but it wasn't like the worst thing I've ever seen in the world. I felt like just looking at it with one look, Syracuse felt right for some reason. Like I could see them joining. I don't know why. I have no reason behind this, but UNC joining seems like that would be fun and it feels good. And Virginia for no reason whatsoever. Again, those three teams are just like looking at them. I'm like, okay, I could see this happening, but there's a lot of other things that I feel like they missed on. Like, I don't know. It just felt like when I'm looking at this graphic right now, it's like, why would Pitt be in the SEC? That doesn't make any sense. We already have Penn State. So like, let's just keep them in this like little Midwest-ish area. So I don't know. I felt like Pitt would be better in the Big Ten, even basketball or football for that matter.
I agree.
Clemson just
Pitt
all around feels like an SEC school to me. So
yeah,
wrong. Like, well, they had them in the SEC. I thought they put them in the Big Ten when I was reading that.
my search thing said SEC, but
Maybe not. Maybe I
wrong.
got that one wrong. That's what I wrote down, but maybe that one was right then. I'm sorry. I think I'm just going through all of them. Duke doesn't belong anywhere. Like they need to be like an independent. Like they don't belong in the SEC. They don't belong in the Big Ten. Literally, Duke is the ACC. Like when I think,
well,
of the
they just
ACC,
go wherever North Carolina goes to keep the rivalry alive.
Yeah, I think that they would have to probably, but like I don't know. UNC, I wouldn't mind having them, and I don't want Duke. I don't want to talk about Duke basketball on this show. I just don't want to do it. I can do North Carolina, but I just can't do Duke. And then like I'm just really. I think I'm just tired of talking about Notre Dame, like, and the potential of them joining the conference. So I'm sick of them and I don't want them to join. So no on Notre Dame either. That's how I feel about what they did. Everything else was pretty good though.
That makes sense. I think Notre Dame, if nothing else, just get Micah Shrewsbury back in the Big Ten. It's like, you can't escape. Cool. You have to come back here. So, that would be no, those are my thoughts too, Jeff. Duke and Carolina be a package deal. I definitely feel like Carolina's kind of out there a whole lot more, and Duke is just kind of like, yep, let us come with you, please. Like, let's keep our rivalry alive. And Philip, Big Ten gets the cream, SEC gets the rest. That's how I felt like it too. Like, even though the Big Ten gets less, like you look at basketball programs here, Louisville, Syracuse, UNC, Virginia, Duke, like these are the much better options of basketball programs historically and what seems like right now in the ACC to what the SEC would be getting. Zod, your thoughts on the teams here?
Yeah, I think this would be fun. I would love a blue blood kind of schedule every year, right? Play Duke, play UNC. UCLA has a ton of history with Notre Dame. They famously snapped our 88-game win streak back in the 70s. Bill Walton. So it'd be fun to kind of renew that rivalry. I agree. I don't like Duke, but I do think they're definitely a package deal with UNC. It'd be fun to bring NC State over too. Just get the whole Tobacco Road thing going. Might as well bring all three of them over. I don't really care for Louisville one way or the other, so swap them and make that triumvirate right there. That would be fine. Virginia feels like it fits from a basketball perspective. Like that's another tough, hard-nosed defensive team, right? You throw them in there.
They fit right in.
Yeah, they fit right in. I think that would be kind of fun. See how they do there. And yeah, I think Syracuse, I don't know. They're there.
They're there.
I don't have.
We need some more orange in the conference, So bring them on over.
Well, just for color diversity, let's keep them.
We're trying to become a more diverse conference over here. Give us some orange.
There we go.
Who better than the big orange?
We're trying to be more diverse. Come on in, Duke. That doesn't work.
Syracuse and Illinois battling in the orange game every year. So
that'd be fun.
Vince, your thoughts? Accurate, inaccurate? You good with Micah Shrewsbury coming back? What are your thoughts here?
Yeah, so I think if you're looking at kind of big picture altogether, I think Notre Dame is a really good fit. One, geography, they're in the Midwest. They're already in the Big Ten Conference for ice hockey. Football, they're path to the college football playoff in a bye, and the playoff is harder because there's rumors that's going to go to the 4 conference champions with the new Power 4. So I think that would be a good fit. My favorite fit, though, is Tar Heels, baby. UNC football programs on the rise as well. Basketball programs always great. Really great energy there. I'd love to have them in the conference. And some teams that maybe aren't the best, but selfishly as a Penn State fan, I think would be fun to see are kind of our old rivals, like Syracuse, Pitt, West Virginia, teams that were rivals in the past. I think it'd be cool for Penn State to kind of start playing those teams on a daily basis again.
Yeah, we'd have to get West Virginia from the Big 12. I don't know if they're giving that, which never made sense to me. Why in the world are they in the Big 12? That we talked about regionality, like with all these other schools leaving, and it's like, look at West Virginia. They screwed this up first. They're up there and with all these ACC and Big 10 teams, and they're going down to the Big 12. But
yeah, I think I talked to somebody about this once, so I don't know like the validity of this, but I think the academic standards had to be a certain point for Big 10.
Oh, that's right.
Meet those, sense, so I think they went to the Big 12.
Yeah, Big 12, big dummies. Smart enough to get in the Big 10.
This doesn't give us any more fun locations for the Big Ten tournament, though. If this is actually how it shook out, like how they went to Minnesota this year. If they actually went to one of these states for the Big Ten tournament, oh cool, we're gonna go to.
You're not trying to do the Big Ten tournament in the Carrier Dome. You're not into that.
Oh my gosh, I hate that they do.
Let's just everybody go to LA. I think everyone in the Midwest and the Mid Atlantic region just wants to get out of here in the winter.
I'm with it. I like that.
I'll take it.
You don't want to go watch a Big Ten tournament in Louisville, there, kid?
No, I mean for
Louisville's
me that would
nice.
be that would be real nice if that. But no, I don't want to hang out in Louisville.
I'm not trying to get Scotty Scheffler in Louisville.
I was just about to say, no, thank you. I'm
listen to the cops and don't drive around and eat car crashes, and you're good.
That's true. Yeah, but none of those would be fun. Even North Carolina, I don't know what kind of I know they have some stadiums over there, like in Charlotte, but I don't
Madison
know,
Square Garden.
Yeah, we've done that though.
Yeah, we went to Brooklyn the one year, the Barclays Center.
Oh, that's right, we did go to the Barclays Center.
Yeah,
that.
Student Vegas every year.
There we go. Big Ten tournament.
Yes.
That's where they did the Pac-12 tournament every year. It was a blast. So.
I want the aircraft carrier out in the middle of the water, though, in open seas. I don't want it docked. I want a moving boat. Big Ten tournament. That'd be amazing.
Can you imagine trying to you're on the ship to watch the games and everything too?
That actually sounds so fun though. The Big Ten tournament cruise. There's only a certain amount of tickets and there's entertainment. You get to hang out with
Big Ten tournament cruise.
Yeah, I like this. This will be really fun. You could legally gamble. You could actually pay the players because you're out in open waters. There'd be some scandalous stuff going on the Big Ten tournament cruise for sure.
You went a different way. I went with maybe they're combining with a Nickelodeon cruise or something, and the winners of the tournament get slimed or something like that. I don't know.
No.
Your mind went to gambling and paying players.
It's got to be one of those cruise lines with their own island, though. You gotta get out there. They can build a stadium. It'd be kind of fun. I agree with Kent.
Hey, they got that tournament in the Bahamas.
No, that's true. Yeah. And the Maui, they have the Maui Invitational. Yeah.
There you
go. Add the Rainbow Warriors.
Someone gets thrown overboard. Cool. I like that, Sonny. Yeah. Philip. Losers walk the plank. That was what I kept saying about the aircraft carrier. Like, what if somebody like goes flying over the edge in the water? It's like, you lost your guy. Sorry,
Sub.
Sub.
Get him a sub.
Both sub underwater. So